So what's going on? We're back here. Is Reality TV. I'm still gonna call it part 3. Anyway, we're gonna do something that we normally don't do. First of all, if you don't know, I'm Spec House Media. This is Izreal Graham at Izreal Graham. Hello and goodbye for the Twitterverse. Pound old school.
The other Izreal is Izreal EP. That's the dude from Everyday Process. Dope.
Right.
Izreal EP. I'm Izreal Graham.
You guys, you know.
It's whatever.
You guys know. So it's all good. So, man, in Christian media, we don't often do what we should do. You know, the word is the sword, and everything is based on the word. And so the words that you're speaking obviously are important. Life and death is in the power of the tongue, all of that. So what we're going to do right now, Bask, is just go ahead and spit a verse for us, and then we're going to just talk a little bit about it, and break it down, just so you guys can kind of know what's going on and everything. So without further ado, we're going to pass it to Izreal Graham.
So which, this verse. Is
no, from
the first single. Yeah, this is where your hands go up.
For this is where your hands go up.
So there's actually been about 4 or 5, I don't know what you want to say, versions.
No, he actually wrote 4 songs for this one song.
Yeah,
that's how he did it.
So basically, the way we came in one night. We had nothing. We started writing producing the beat,
right,
the track, and so I kind of wrote along with it, and then wrote again, and wrote again, then wrote again.
So then rewrote as he was spitting it,
and wrote again,
and then wrote again. Yeah.
So anyway. The original one, you know, oftentimes things come to me kind of like a freestyle, and then I don't even really see the cohesion in it until later. So that's when I know I'm really, you know, I don't like to use the word channeling. I like to say, you know, I'm inspired. So, so it goes like this. It goes, you know, I be in them fresh airs. I don't like the club air. So you see, it's really rare to catch me at your local bar. You see me spitting bars is probably my avatar. Rocking more labels than sponsors on a rally car. I done made so many lefts, I feel like I'm in NASCAR. I'm a beat nut, son, there's no escaping it. My flow is old school like a boombox with tape in it. I live between the cross and the violent and the faithless. I wake up to an ugly world, so prayer is my facelift. Play in a league that I created like Naismith. Ain't married to the game, it's been a long engagement. The rules of engagement change every time I look. We went from battling face to face to beefing up on Facebook. Left hooks on Twitter logs, rapid comments on the rap blogs. How we go from Jesus walks to worshiping them demigods. It's a vicious rhapsody. Time moves rapidly. Lord, I lead you now. Please illuminate my twisted fantasy.
Wow.
So
there's so much in that. Maybe break down a couple punchlines, man.
There's a couple. Well, like for instance, I said, you know, I live between the cross. I live between the cross and the violent and the faithless. I wake up to an ugly world, so prayer is like my facelift. You know, we walk a path. You know, I do a lot of things, you know, outside of the church and in different places. Much like, you know, I know that my brothers, Operation Thugs, they can attest to the fact that when they go out there, you know, it's not always the best. And, you know, I really applaud, first of all, I want to applaud those brothers, Operation Thugs, the Harvest Unit, Gathering Souls, real frontline soldiers.
Crazy.
I've never been out with them, but it's like, as soon as I finish this record.
Yeah, they do their thing, and then
that's where it is.
Pick up to Larry Buford, man, always on the videos everywhere. He captures, man, he's doing a good thing. He's not, Larry, I'm telling you, the Spirit of Christ is in you because you're not picky and choosy. You just capture excellence in the kingdom and put it out there. So big up for the promotion. Yeah, but
so that verse there, it's like, you know, we wake up to an ugly world daily. So prayer is like our facelift. That's how the ugliness that's inside of us, we use prayer. It's a facelift. It changes everything around us, and it changes everything inside us.
It's phenomenal.
I got another thing on there. I said, you know, I be in them fresh airs, you know, whatever, talking about something. I don't really like the club air. It's rare to catch me at the local bar. It's like, I'm not there to have a good time. I'm there because there's a message that I want to get out. And so I don't really like the club air. You know, at my age right now, I'd rather be home with my wife and my kids, to really be honest with you. I'm there because I feel that's where God called me to be. I've met so many people who I prayed with, talked with. I'm not out there beating nobody over the head with the Bible, but I'm just letting them know that Jesus loves them. And, you know, he's not out. He didn't come to condemn them. You know, and you know, people have different beliefs and things like that. But I know that once someone is ready to receive, they receive.
Everybody knows John 3:16. Nobody seems to know John 3:17. Everybody will quote John 3:16, but John 3:17, the very next verse after the explanation of salvation, is, I came not into the world to condemn it, but to save those who are lost. And it seems like everybody's, you know, first mission is priority these days is to condemn, you know, and then they condemn somebody who's out there actually not condemning, but focusing on saving the lost. You know, he says, I don't, you know, beat people over the Bible, you know, the head with the Bible. But actually, if you break down his lyrics, he is beating them over the head with the Bible, but he's just, it's in such an artful and skillful way. Artful is not a word for you young kids.
You're not more artsier than me.
Exactly. But man, anyway.
And the second verse really comes back to my brothers, you know, my brothers in the faith and things like that. So the second verse, I said, you know, I'm not just a Christian rapper, I'm the rapper Dior, plus the only rapper in the cypher rocking Dior.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't the dark what the lights for, ain't the sinners who in need of the Christ who you rhyme for. Why tour if you don't perform for the people he died for? Ain't that feeling that he offered the reason they get high for? I guess I gotta swallow my pride more. That's the reason that Satan fell out of the sky for. They the reason I'm gripping this mic cord from the depths of my soul to the canyons of my core. Please forgive all my brothers who might bore, or the pastors in the pulpits who lie in the church doors, or the folks who forget all the places they came from. They forgot about the lies and the sins that they came from. Don't let the messenger deter from what the message is. Only God is perfect. Using fools is what his methods is.
You don't have to say, yeah, out.
We just got Peace.